In this video, we'll talk through how to choose content and to select what you want to use in your course in the event that you want to go through that process without working with us here at Blended Teaching. Now, of course, we'll always be on hand should you want to chat with us, or if you would like to dive into more detail on any of the content. But for some educators, they want to self-drive their onboarding experience from start to finish. And we think that's absolutely great. So in the event that that is you, well, I'm going to show you here exactly how to do that. And so we've talked through how to navigate the platform, and we've touched upon the library. Now, this is going to be your best friend when choosing and reviewing content. Now, the content is structured based on how a typical university class might look for, say, principles, investment, finance and investment. And so the best starting point is to choose the class book, the set of resources that most closely resembles the class that you are teaching. So if you're teaching a finance class, it could be commercial finance, it could be residential real estate finance, this would be the place to start. So we'll use that as an example. Now, here we have the comprehensive list of topics for real estate finance. And so the best thing to do here is to dive in and take a look through first the overview, what's included, and particularly the learning outcomes. From there, to take a deeper dive, simply click into the relevant topics and work through each one of these modules one by one to see what is relevant and what isn't. Now, let's say, for example, you wanted to use financial theory, but you don't want to go as far as using capital budgeting, so IRR, NPV, and payback. That's totally fine. You can choose to not use some of these modules. If you wanted, you could actually just use the time value of money refresher from this module. The good news here is if you do this, then we can build out, or in fact, you can build out a tailored version of these quizzes that just specifically has questions in related to the modules that you've chosen. So what I would recommend doing is review the content here, select the topics and the modules within the topics that you would like to use, and simply send us that list. Once you've done that, we will build out a version of this for you, and we'll send it straight through to your account so that within your My Learning Materials section, you would see your version of real estate finance with the set of modules that you'd like to use. From there, you'll be able to use it either in the Blended Teaching platform, or within a few clicks, you'll be able to add it to Blackboard, Canvas, or D2L, and soon Moodle. Now, we're not quite finished yet because there's one more thing that's worth thinking about here. Well, let's say in this example, you're teaching a commercial real estate finance class, but you actually want to cover a little bit of investment related content as well. Well, here it might be worth taking a look at another class book. So let's take a look at real estate investment. And here we are, investing in commercial real estate. Well, let's say you wanted to include that topic as well. That's not a problem at all. Simply add that topic and the modules within that topic that you would like to use to your list before you send it to us, and you'll be able to add that into your class book alongside those other resources. So the key things to bear in mind here are, for a high-level summary, look at the class book overview. To dive into more detail, take a look through and work through the topics, and remember that you can mix and match topics and modules from different class books to create your own tailored resource, and you can use as few or as many of these modules and topics as you would like to build out that set of resources that works just for you and your students.